Hello, I'm going to take you on a tour of the platform we will be using to host Michigan ACE this year. Let's get started. Here's the homepage for the conference. As you'll see on the upper right-hand corner are all the navigation menus. Scrolling down a little, you see our platinum sponsor, OHM, and our gold sponsors, Prine and Newhoff, MI-AWWA, and HDR. You also will notice that we have a welcome video from Melissa Elliott, AWWA's president this year. There are additional navigation icons that take you to similar places as the menus. And in the middle of the page, you'll see that we have a little poll here, and you just simply vote and you'll see the results. We encourage everyone to participate in the poll so that we can see where everyone's from. You'll also see on the main page that we have featured speakers and a little bit about these featured speakers. And then, of course, you can download the full PDF of the brochure. Let's go back up to the top and explore a little bit. The first area we come to is frequently asked questions. Once you're on the site, if you have a question, you can check out this page. It's in categories by how you might experience the site. So participation in getting started, networking and people, schedule and sessions, and of course, sponsors and other details. If you have other questions and you just want to talk to a human, feel free to email the staff or call the office. Let's take a look at schedule. You have two options, the full schedule and your personalized schedule. Let's take a look at the full schedule first. You'll see when the full schedule loads that you can see all the sessions that are on the calendar. We start each morning of the conference with a virtual coffee hour and networking. And you'll see the rest of the schedule is listed, including all of our breakouts, which are color-coded. You can also look at this schedule through a calendar view, and it might be easier to manage your schedule if you take a bird's eye view of everything that's available. You'll see the schedule on Wednesday, on Thursday, and then these purple sessions on Friday are the ones that are on demand. So you can watch those starting Friday morning on September 18th. You'll notice as I roll over the event that the session comes up. Let's take a look at what a session looks like. Once you click onto a session, you'll see the title of the session, the speakers listed, and then a description of the session. Of course, you can expand it if there's more of a description. On the right-hand side, you'll see 4 tabs. The chat window is actually active right now, and you could start typing and send a chat message, and it'll be posted to the session site. This is really meant to network with folks during the session, to ask questions of the speaker during the session. There will also be polls associated with almost all of the sessions, so you'll want to take a look here and see if the poll is available before the session or wait until the session and take the poll during the session. You can also see who's in the session or who's registered for the session. Of course, it's early now, so you see the speaker and a couple of our test records are in here. And then if the speaker has uploaded documents for you to download, such as the PDF of the PowerPoint presentation or any other resources, those will be found on the Files tab. And of course, lastly, is this area here that currently shows a countdown to when the session starts. Once the time for the session starts, so on September 16th at 8:40 in the morning, there will be a button here that says Join Meeting. You simply click the Join Meeting, and this part of the screen here will turn into essentially a webinar screen. And you can either watch it like this, or there will be a theater mode or a maximize icon, and you can expand the window so that it takes up your whole screen. So that's basically a session. Let's go on to people. You can look at people in 2 different ways. Speakers are actually part of attendees, but this is filtered for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at all attendees. This is an opportunity for you to network in the virtual conference setting. So there are a variety of ways to reach out to people, and we'll go through those in just a moment. Let's take a quick look at a profile. Each attendee can set up their own profile. So you will start with your name and your login information. Once you get logged into the system, you'll be able to enter your own description. If you are a volunteer of the organization, there will be ribbons associated with your name. And then as you add events to your calendar, or if you are a speaker, they'll show up on your personal profile page so that people can find when you're speaking. And for your convenience, you'll be able to see your schedule here. Let's go on to sponsors. This year, of course, we don't have exhibits, but we do have sponsors. And this is with the support of these companies, this is how we're able to offer the virtual conference at such a low cost. We have a number of sponsors already. It's a little bit early in August, but we're pretty lucky to have the support of these companies. Let's take a look at what a sponsor page looks like. So just using the section page as an example, each sponsor will be able to add a description, images on their page. The people that are registered for the conference associated with the sponsor will be listed on their sponsor page. And then of course, if they have information for you to download, those files will be available, and they can also post videos. If they're hosting a particular session or if they're speaking at a session, those will be highlighted as well on their sponsor page. And then lastly, if you would like to request info from a particular sponsor, there will be this button, Request Info. Simply click that and it'll send them an in-system message, and they'll get back to you either in the system or outside the system by responding to your request. The next area I want to cover is conversations. This is really how we're going to facilitate the virtual networking, both through the sessions chat and through the public forums. So let's take a look at public forums. Right now, what you see is a single post that Bonifer has posted to get conversation started. Again, it's a bit early, but as you come into the system, feel free to hit reply and comment on the question that she poses here. You can also start a new conversation on your own. For example, if you'd like to hear what other systems are doing about customer notifications for lead service lines, for example, you might want to start a conversation here. As the conference gets started and people are using the chat button in the sessions, those chats will also be available here, so you'll be able to sift through the comments that are going on during sessions as well. And you'll be able to look at the session chats both in the session and then through public forums on the Conversations tab. Next is our socials page. You'll notice at the bottom of every page, we have our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channels. But here on the platform, on the socials page, we're actually giving you a live feed of Twitter and Facebook. So anything that is tagged with the section or with the hashtag MIACE2020, you will be able to see here. So if you're active on Twitter or Facebook, we encourage you to use the hashtag and to tag the section, hashtag MIACE2020. And finally, let's look at game. We actually want to make sure that people have fun this year. And one of the ways that we can make sure that we're encouraging you to have fun is to engage in the platform. On this page, you'll see there are a variety of activities that you can take to earn points. This will explain a little bit about how that works. Once the game gets started on September 16th, you'll start seeing lists of names and how many points each person has here on the leaderboard. And of course, you'll be able to see who the top point earners are. If you'd like full game rules, you can just click over to game rules and it'll give you all the details on how to play the game. So that's the basic tour of the virtual conference platform. Again, if you have any questions, please do feel free to contact staff at info@mi-water.org, or just give us a call at 517-292-2912, and we'll see you in September. Thank you.